Hi everyone, Lex Gray here back with another skirmish video. In this one, we'll be pitting the Space Marines party of 5 against 20 zombies. So, done this before. I have bidded Space Marines against zombies, but this will be a team survival game. So, the 5 Space Marines will be centered in the map, and surrounding them is 20 zombies. Now, these are new figures I got. All the zombies. I believe they are called Death Walkers. I'm not too familiar with what game they're from. I mean, they might be Warhammer, Sigmar, I don't know. But um, with a few caveats. First, we'll be going back to my game, but I did change the name of my game recently to generic Skirmish Game. It's no longer roll for battle because, well, I prefer using the deck of cards. So, generic Skirmish Game is what it's called currently. It might change in the future. And there's been some updates to the mechanics. Basically, there's still waves, but now there's 2 cycles. So within each wave, there are 2 cycles. The first cycle is a move cycle. You move your figures around, you do what you got to do. Then the second cycle is the attack cycle. That's where you attack. You either shoot or melee if you're within distance. So there's some other things here and there, but basically those are the biggest changes. Now, ties are also ongoing because ties have been kind of a struggle for me. But basically, a tie causes a shaking condition to the defender. The shaken mini is temporarily knocked prone and remains prone until the next wave. While any mini is shaken, they suffer a -2 penalty on all draws and can only move 3 inches. Once the next wave rolls in, any mini automatically recovers. That's currently the tie mechanic. We'll see how it plays out. So that's it for the biggest updates in the game. Now, let's go to the field and I will introduce both teams and see what's happening. All right, so we have this forest, and the Space Marines are in the dead center of the map. There are exactly 20 zombies surrounding the entire area. Now, there's basically 5 per quadrant. So to make this fair, to give the Space Marines a fighting chance, the zombies will not respawn like they would in Firefight, which this game is based on, the mechanic itself. I'll be using this counter here, new counter, to keep track of what wave we're in. Here are the specs. So the 5 Space Marines will be ranked 4 per, which means they can take up to 4 hits until being removed. They shoot at 9 inches. Now, some of these Space Marines actually have a chainsaw style weapon. So, meaning if a zombie gets up close, they'll be able to draw 2 cards for attack and choosing the highest option. Okay? In melee, of course. Now, for the zombies, they are all ranked at 0, which means they're one hit KO. They're one shot KO'd if hit. That makes it fair because remember, we got 5 Space Marines ranked at 4 per with 20 zombies surrounding the field. So there's the balance and point cost. Now, we'll do the opening draw here in a second. We might go up to 5 waves, but depending on the chaos factor, like if we need more excitement, if we need more I'm assuming this will be chaotic, but if things seem a little too tame, we might push it beyond 5 waves. Now, the zombies can only move up to 3 inches per turn. And I'll try to start from a clockwise movement for all of them. So basically, this guy will start first on their wave and will go around. And they are obviously only melee. All of these zombies have no ranged weapons whatsoever. They can only attack when in melee. Well, that's it for the current rules. I've got my game rules here off to the side if we need to do a quick reference. Let's start. And what we'll do is what I call the opening draw. I had to kind of mod all the terms in here from dice to cards. Opening draw, the first wave, players perform the opening draw. Who acts first? The highest card goes first, or may let the losing drawer go first. Ties constitute a redraw. Okay, let's draw for the Space Marines. 3 is not too impressive, but okay, we have a tie, so we got to do a redraw. 5 for the Space Marines, and an ace for the zombies. So Space Marines go first. Now, in my new rules, each new wave starts with the player who won the opening draw going first, completing both cycles. The second player then follows with their cycles. When all cycles are completed by both players, the wave closes and the next wave rolls in. All right? The player that leads in the points at the end of the fifth cycle is the victor. Remember, that might change. We might go beyond the 5 typical cycle, the 5-wave rule. So like I said, there's the move cycle, then there's the attack cycle. These guys can move up to 6 inches. They can shoot up to 9. But because they're surrounded, they don't want to lose the formation they currently have and leave this inner circle to attack any zombie that might get overwhelmed, causing also a problem for the remaining Space Marines within. I'll be using activation tokens, or as I call them, markers, to represent who has moved. But it's going to be tricky, and I do apologize ahead of time. I might make mistakes. I might miss a zombie, might skip a zombie because I don't have enough tokens to cover all the zombies. That might become also a burden for me to cover a marker for every single damn zombie on the field. So I'm going to have to keep track of who I move. But let's first begin with the move cycle for round 1. All right? Round 1 begins, wave 1 begins. And we're going to, let's move this Space Marine here in the first quadrant. He's going to just move up a little bit and die instantly falling over. Within 9 inches, he can shoot, and he's well within range to shoot at least this zombie here. So there is a bush in the way, so I'm going to do a -1 penalty. He's going to fire our first shot of the game. Ace, unfortunately, is a fail. So we're going to skip that with that -1. So he misses as he does the opening shot. I'll put an activation token for him. Oh, I'm sorry. We can't do that yet. We're still in the move cycle. My mistake. I don't even know my own rules. So I'm going to scratch that ace up on the back of the deck. So let's move this next Space Marine right here. Okay. Then we'll move this Space Marine right here. And then we'll move this guy just right here. We're going to spread them out just a hair, not too much. And then we'll move this one out a little bit. So still keeping that formation of a circle. Okay, that was the move cycle. Now we go on to the attack cycle. They can shoot if they're within range. Let's once again try this guy. He is within range to fire at this one here, but there's that penalty from earlier. So I'll let him do a redo with that ace in the back of the deck. All right, so -1, that's a 4. And unfortunately, with a 6, that's a fail. So he wins. Now let's shoot with this Space Marine. Can he shoot? He can. So let's do our draw here for this guy shooting. A 3. There's no penalty. There's nothing in the way. A 6, another 6 from the zombies, meaning that's a fail again. Okay? This guy's going to shoot at him to the right of the camera. Doing our first draw. 2 is not too impressive. That's a tie. So this zombie is shaken. I'm going to topple him over. The ties, like I mentioned, let's read off the rules really quick. I might have read it already. But a tie causes a shaking condition to the defender. The shaken mini is temporarily knocked prone and remains prone until the next wave. While any mini is shaken, they suffer a -2 penalty on all draws and only move up to 3 inches. Once next wave rolls in, any mini shaken is recovered. Okay, so he has done his part. This one, can he shoot at this zombie? Actually, you know what? No. Yes, he is tied. He does not take a hit. I forgot. If he shot and killed him, the zombie would have been removed. Now let's have this Space Marine fire at the zombie right in front of me. Drawing the card. 4 is fairly average. Against an ace, that is success. So this zombie is removed. Okay, now this one here, can he fire at perhaps? Yep, he can. So 9 inches. We're shooting. 3 for this one. 6 is block. Okay, that's it for the Space Marines. They have all moved. Now let's move our zombies. This will take some time, so I won't talk much here, but 3 inches, as all of these zombies will move in to the middle of the map. This one will kind of move over. This one is definitely in a direct line of sight. He's prone. So since my rule is the zombies, the house rule is the zombies only move up to 3 inches, I'm going to keep this zombie still and just, well, actually, I'm going to move him up just a hair. All right, this zombie is going to move up here. This one's going to move behind him. This one's going to move here. This one will move behind this crate. This one will move up here. This one's going to move on the side of the bush there. This other zombie is going to move right next to this tree. This zombie is going to move up here and almost reaching the final quadrant. He will move here. This zombie will move up there. And they are certainly closing in here quickly. And then this one will move up here. The last zombie will move just to the side of this stump. Okay, so no activation tokens necessary. We know who we moved. None of them can attack. So that was their move cycle. Now is their attack cycle, and it has concluded. So now we move on to the next wave. Okay, we're back with wave 2. So making a slight adjustment on how I set markers. I will set markers for any of the minis that attack for the Space Marines, because moving is fairly simple. All right, let's do the opening draw, see who goes first. Let's see, 2 for the Space Marines, 4 for the zombies. The zombies go first. Let me remove these old opening draw cards. Okay, the zombies will move in first. So let's move. This zombie climbs on top of this crate. Oh, actually, let's start from the top center here. Okay, this zombie moves in here. This guy will move in just a little bit here. Okay, all right. Sorry for covering the camera. This guy's getting a little close. The prone zombie recovers, I think, if my rules are accurate here. He was prone. Nope, he stays prone. So this zombie will move up here. He will move up here. This one will move right behind the log. Then he'll go on top of the crate. This one will move behind the one on the crate. He will move up a little bit. Let's move this one here. They're getting pretty close. This one moves up 3 inches, 3 inches, here, 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 and here. So definitely surrounding our Space Marines. But definitely they're not, the Space Marines are definitely no pushovers when it comes to melee. Okay, now we're in the attack cycle for round 2, for wave 2 for the zombies. None of them are in range to attack. So we skip on to uh, the Space Marines. We're going to move them back a little bit. They're going to close that circle. Okay, that's the move cycle. Now we go on to the attack cycle. Let's start with this one first. He's well within range to fire at this zombie here. Ace, well, that's a miss. Okay, so he went. This one will fire at, this one will fire at this zombie here. Another ace. Spacers are not drawing too good today. That's a miss. Okay, very disappointing. All right. Okay, this one will fire at the one that jumped up on that crate, drawing for the shot to the Space Marine, and that's a tie. So this zombie, well, it actually worked out, fell over. Okay, now to our last two. This Space Marine will fire at the one he sees right in front of him. Is he within? Yep, he's well within line of sight. Drawing for the Space Marine for another 5. 2 is a hit. This zombie is removed. Okay, this last Space Marine will fire at the one right in front of him. A 6, that's most likely going to be a hit. Okay, so this zombie is removed. And there you go. That's the end of wave 2. On the wave 3. Before we start round 2, I'm thinking of changing the tie mechanic to just pushing the mini back a few inches, like 3 inches. So this zombie has been returned just to normal. This one's still prone. He will reset in the next wave, possibly. So again, I'm thinking of changing that mechanic to strictly being pushing the zombie or the mini back. All right, now on to round 3. Let's do our opening draw. 2 for the Space Marines, 2 for the zombies, which constitutes a redraw. 5 for the Space Marines, and an ace for the zombies, which means the Space Marines go first. They will hold where they are. Actually, let's just move them in a little bit more. There we go. They'll hold where they are for the most part, and now we are in the shoot cycle, the attack cycle. Okay, so this Space Marine will continue shooting at this one here. 6 is a great draw. 3 is a hit. That zombie is removed. Okay, good. Not bad. Okay, next one will be this Space Marine. Let me see if he's within range. Yep, he can shoot at this guy here. Drawing the card. Ace could just be a draw. That's a fail. All right. Next will be this one. And move this a little over. There we go. He's going to shoot. Let's see who was within range here. Um, he will shoot this one here, but with a -1 because that large prop is somewhat in the way. So -1 on this raw. 2 constitutes an ace. 5 is a miss, as expected. Okay, our last 2. This one will fire. Who is within range? -1 shooting at this zombie here, or he can shoot at that one. Let's choose this one so we can leave the final Space Marine shooting at this guy. So -1 on trying to take out that zombie there. Another 2. 3 is a fail. Not the best rolls today. There we go. Okay, last Space Marine will shoot at this zombie here. Drawing the card 6. 3 is a success. There we go. All right. Good. That's it for the Space Marines. Now the zombies move in 3 inches. Let's start up here on this quadrant. 3. He'll move in here. Let's go follow. All right. This one's going to move in closer. He breaches the barricade. Well, barely a barricade. This one moves in here. This one will move in. This zombie will move in here. This one will move in. He will have to hop over the log. And he gets crushed by the crate. He's recovered from the shaking condition. That's all he can do. This zombie will climb on top of the crate. This one will also go in the crate, just for fun, just for funsies. And this one will pop out in the corner here. He'll move up here. And these other last 2 will close in. That's all they can do. This zombie's fairly close, but he's not within attack range. So the zombies cannot attack on the final cycle of wave 3. On to wave 4. Okay, We begin wave 4. Let's do the opening draw. Space Marines 5, 4 for zombies. Space Marines go first. Okay, so move cycle. These 4 will hold, but this one's going to melee, go up into melee position. All right, that's it for the move cycle. Now we attack. Okay, so 2 cards because of the perk. The booster, 2D attack, 2 rolls attack for the zombie, or for the Space Marines, 5/3. Draw 1 save. That doesn't work at all. Okay, so you choose the highest one, so 5 is the highest. Ace is a fail. This zombie, as expected, is removed with a chainsaw straight to his face. Okay, so that Space Marine has acted. I'm going to put that right there. Okay, this Marine is going to shoot at him, drawing the card for firing. This just could be a tie. Yep. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to go my house rule, my new up rule I'm going to try to experiment with, and knock him back 3 inches. Okay, so that's all he can do. Let's go to this Space Marine here. He's going to fire at that one that just popped out from the corner. 3 for the Space Marine. Oh, tie. Okay, so it gets pushed back 3 or so inches. Okay, that's all he can do. This Space Marine will fire at the zombie that's on top of the crate. I don't think it really gives a penalty if he's up about 4 or 5 feet. So 2 for the fire, 6 for the block, for the save. So that zombie is still in combat. Okay, the last Space Marine is going to fire at this one here. 2, not so good. 4, that's a block. Okay, so not much besides 1 down. And that's it for the Space Marines. Now the zombies move. And this could get ugly. They are within 6 inches. So let's move these ones here. This one goes here. This one will follow behind. And we'll just kind of close them up a little bit. This one goes after the one that shot him. He'll go here. Follow right behind, right there. This one will hop down over the crate. He will walk in like that. This is not going well. He'll hop down off the crate. The one got pushed back will go in there. This guy will go here. He will go here. This one got pushed back also. Will recover. And there you go. None of them are in attack range of melee. So that is it for the zombies. On to round 5. Okay. Round 5, possibly the last round. Obviously, you guys will know at the time if there's still a lot more time left in the video. So round 5. Opening draw, who goes first? Space Marines, ace, not too good. They'll have to redraw. Okay, that means zombies go first, which is the chaos I definitely wanted. Okay, let's start here on the top. He will go in here and attack eventually. This one will go here. This one will go up in melee range. This one's in melee range. They're going to overcrowd those two. These guys will all go up and surround to this one, like so. This one will go up to here. He'll go up to this one. This one's still out of range. This one's still out of range. Just close enough to attack. This one is there. Okay, so this will be a lot of card draws, but a lot of zombies are well within melee range. Okay, let's focus on each Space Marine first. So we're currently acting for, trying to keep track of what I'm doing here. So currently zombies are in their attack cycle. Let's resolve these 2 here. So he's going to melee this Space Marine. 2, 4 is a fail. Okay, so this zombie went. This zombie can't attack, he's too far, but these 2 can attack. So let's resolve 2 attacks on one, or actually let's just focus on the one here. So this one is attacking this guy here. The zombie draw, 2, Space Marine, fail. So Space Marine takes his first injury for today. There we go. He's now at 1. Let's actually do this. Let's go from 4 down. So now they're rank 4, which means he's going to be down to 3. There we go. Okay, now we're focused on this zombie here, attacking that same Space Marine. Drawing the card for the zombie, that's a fail, so the Space Marine is fine. All right, we have 3 focused surrounding this Space Marine here. I did take out my ambush rule, so no attacks from behind. My minis are in this game 360 all around. So he's attacking this Space Marine here. The zombie draws a 4, Space Marine draws a 2. That's the first injury for this one. So he's down to 3. Okay. This zombie here is going to attack the same Space Marine. 2, not too impressive. 3, that's a block. This third zombie is going to attack the same Space Marine. That's a 6. Oh, 5, that's another injury. Okay, so going down from a 3 to a 2. All right, there we go. The zombie here is not within range to melee. All right, let's focus here. He's going to attack this Space Marine. Zombie draw. 4 to, whoops, 4 to 5. That's a save. This zombie is going to melee the same Space Marine. Draw for the zombie. Oh, save. Okay, so we're kind of tight here, so I'm going to have to push him back. He gets pushed back just to this corner of the quadrant. And then this mini here cannot attack. He cannot attack. He cannot attack. But this one can. So the last zombie to act is a 4 to a 5, which is a fail. Okay, that's it for the zombies. Now the Space Marines will do their move. Let's focus on this one here. I will not move any of them. So let's move on to the attack cycle. This Space Marine will attack this zombie here in front of him with, remember, 2 for melee, choosing the best result. Okay, easily kills this zombie here. Okay, so he went. I'm going to skip the markers for now. This Space Marine is going to attack this one, drawing 2 cards. Thank goodness for that perk. Oh, that's a tie. So this one gets bumped back. Okay. This Space Marine is going to attack this one, drawing 2 cards for melee perk. 4 is our choice. Against the 4, gets pushed back 3 inches. Okay. This one is going to, he's not within range to melee, so we can't melee him. I should have moved him. That's my mistake. This one is going to attack this guy right here. Last one for the Space Marines, drawing 2 cards for the perk, the booster. There we go. 2 is a fail, so this one gets removed. Okay, that's it for wave 5. Let's look at our time, about 30 minutes almost. Let's keep going. I think this could get more chaotic. We have 2 wounded Space Marines. All right, on to the next one. No, there's no tokens, there's no markers removed, so we're moving on to round wave 6. Opening draw, who goes first? Space Marines draw an ace. Oh, zombies go first. Okay. Zombies are going to gang up on all of the Space Marines. We're going to move them all up. This is going to be crazy. So he gets back in front of his face. This one goes here. This will go here. This zombie will go here. He will go here. There we go. That's all we can really do. Okay, it's a cluster now. So now we do the attack cycle for the zombies, which means let's focus on this one here. It's going to attack the Space Marine. 3 for the zombie. 2 is a fail. So keep this one separate from that. That's the first injury for that Space Marine. He's going to be at a 3. Okay, this zombie here attacking. Oh, a 6 is very impressive. 4 is a fail, which means he's down to 2. Okay, this zombie is going to attack the same Space Marine. Drawing the card, 4 for the zombie. Oh, yikes, this guy's really getting hit hard. He's down to his last health. Okay, now we're going to focus on these guys. So, let's figure out a house rule for this because there's 4 zombies surrounding this guy here. Now, anybody who played Karen, the RPG, rules light system, when there are multiple attackers, you choose the highest result. Let's do that for this moment. I could have done that here to be fair, but I'm going to try it, experiment with this since all these zombies are in melee. Let's draw 4 cards. Okay? Because there's 4 zombies literally. 6 is the best result, so we'll choose 6 for the group attack. And he blocks it, and he cannot get pushed back, so that Space Marine is safe. These two are going to attack at the same time, like before. We'll choose the best result. 6, block, also a 6. The Space Marines are getting lucky here. Now they have these last 3 on this one Space Marine. Let's draw 3 cards. Losing my deck, I'll have to shuffle here soon. 5 is the best result. Let's draw defense, and that's his first wound for the game. So he'll be down to 3. A little crowded here. Let's spread out these guys. So 3 here. All right, there we go. That's it for the zombies attack cycle. Now we go to the move cycle for the Marines. Well, they don't have to move. They're all within range to melee. So let's now focus on their part of the game, of this round, wave. Keep saying round. Wave. Gotta engrave that in my mind. Okay, we're gonna focus on this guy here, attacking with two cards. 6 is the result we choose. 3 is a fail block, which means this zombie gets removed. Now, this Space Marine will attack this one here with 2. 6 is the best result, and blocking for the zombie is a fail. There we go. Okay. This Marine will attack this one here to his left, drawing 2 cards. 5 is a hit. Well, 5 is good. Oh, that's a block. Okay, so fail. These last 2, he's going to attack this one right in front of him, drawing 2 cards. 6 is the one we're going to go with here, and ace is a fail, so that means that zombie gets removed. The last one, Marine will attack the one directly in front of him, and rolling for attack, 2 cards. The last card for the draw is a fail, so this zombie gets removed. There we go. Okay, so definitely a lot of high body count, but it's just very congested in the moment. Okay, that's it. That's it for wave 6. Now I'm going to shuffle my deck and move on to round 7. Okay, cards have been shuffled. We're on now to round 7, going further than I anticipated. Let's do our opening draw. Ace for the Space Marines, 3 for the zombies. The zombies go first. Okay, zombies are within range to attack, so they don't need to move. Let's move on to the attack cycle for the zombies. We have this lone soldier here. He's going to attack this Space Marine from the side. 1 card for the attack and a fail block, which means we lose our first Space Marine for this game. Okay, we have these 4 zombies here attacking, which means we'll draw 4 cards to kind of compress this attack. And it looks like the 6 will be the best card. So can the Space Marine block a 6? He cannot. He takes another wound. He's down to his last health. And let's focus on this zombie attacking the Space Marine from his side. 4 for attack. Ace is a fail. Wow, great attack cycle for the Space Marine, for the zombies. They're rank 4, so this one is now a 3. Okay, then these 2 will attack at the same time, choosing the 6. 5 is a fail. Yikes. Let's drop that down to a 2. Okay, that's it for the zombies. Now we move on to the Space Marines. And this guy will attack this zombie here, drawing 2 cards for his booster. We go with the 6. And can he block? He cannot. This one is removed. And then we're going to focus on. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to move them first. All right, let's just keep that in the game. He'll move up here. Okay, that's really it. So not much of a mess up there, but my mistake. So now he's going to attack with 2 cards for melee. 5 is a hit. Well, 5 is good. 2 is a hit. So this zombie gets removed. And now this guy is still surrounded. He's going to attack this zombie to his left again. Drawing 2 cards. 6 is a hit. I keep saying that. Well, it is a hit. So this zombie gets removed from the game. Okay, now we focus on this Space Marine here. He's going to attack the zombie right in front of him, drawing two cards. Two, not so impressive, but does it land? It does not land with the four there, so that zombie is safe. The last attack, as they are dancing, the Space Marine is going to attack those two cards, going with, well, it's a four either way, and that's a fail block, so this zombie is removed. Okay, that's it for the attack cycle. Now we move on to round 8. Okay, let's draw and see who goes first. 4 for the Space Marines, 2 for the zombies, which means Space Marines go first. Okay, good. Give them a shot to survive here. All right, so they need a strategy here. We have a few more left. They probably can win this. This guy's going to go here from behind. This one will go in from behind here. Let's fix this up because this guy's tipping over. He's going to drop back here as he's hurt. And this one will stay right where he is. Okay, that was the move cycle. Now we will go on to the attack cycle. Let's focus on this Marine shooting at this one here with one card this time. 2 is not that impressive, but it does get through with the ace, so that's a fail on the save. Good. So he acted. Now we're going to focus on this melee of this remaining this Space Marine here. 2 cards. We go with the 6, obviously. And a 5 is a fail. Uh-oh. Zombies are losing ground. Okay. This Space Marine is in melee range, so we're going to draw 2 cards. 5 is the one we go with. Against an ace, that's a failed save. This Space Marine fails. Now, there's one more zombie left. And guess what? He can shoot. He's just, yep, he can shoot. Can he get the last 4? Oh, that's a tie. So he gets pushed back. Okay. That's it for uh, the attack cycle for the Space Marines. The zombie, he'll he'll go out. He'll just continue on. He's brainless, but he cannot attack. So we'll move on to our final, possibly final round, wave 9, round wave 9. I might as well just call them rounds at this point. Let's do the opening draw. See who goes first. 2 for the Space Marines, ace for the zombies. So Space Marines go first. They're going to gang up on this guy. Oh, it's not going to go well for him. All right, there we go. He'll stay right here to laugh and eat some popcorn, enjoy the entertainment. Now the attack cycle. This Space Marine will attack first. 2 cards. We go with the 4, and that's a block. Wow, okay. This Space Marine is going to attack with 2 cards. We go with the 6. That is a fail. The zombie is removed from the field. Okay, the Space Marines at 9 waves. Whew, that was a lot. Was successful. The victorious, losing 1 comrade only, defeating all the zombies in that firefight style game. Okay, slight workout for me, but I think that went pretty well. The time mechanic, I'm okay with it. Let me know what you guys think. I want to hear your recommendation if you want me to change it or remove it entirely. I'm not too sure. But overall, I think that went pretty well. We lost 1 Space Marine. Zombies got completely obliterated, though they did have some moments. They survived longer than I thought. But either way, I think it was a fair game. I want to say it was fair. Let me know what you guys think on that too. But either way, that was fun. I enjoyed it. Hope you guys did too. And as always, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.